It was meant to be a journey of gold, but it became a journey of faith, sacrifice, and a secret no time-worn caravan ever told. Imagine a caravan leaving the great city of Baghdad under moonlight, loaded not just with silk and silver, but with the hopes of a people, and then it vanished. What happened to it? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will challenge everything you thought you knew about trade. Faith and devotion in the age of the Abbasids. The year 855 CE, a merchant scholar named Yahya ibn Ziyad rallied a caravan of 120 camels and 60 men in Baghdad. His goal? To transport a precious cargo of Indian silk, Gulf pearls, and rare scrolls of Greek and Persian wisdom across the desert to Central Asia. This wasn't just for profit. The entire enterprise was backed by an endowment for a new mosque and a school for Quran and logic studies. Under the Abbasid Caliphate, trade wasn't just about moving goods. It was the lifeblood of an empire. Roads stretched for thousands of miles, dotted with fortified inns called rebats, offering safety to travelers. Leading this caravan was Yahya's trusted friend and guard captain, Safwan al-Khurasani, a desert veteran who knew every sand road from Basra to Caravan. His job was to protect the caravan from bandits, manage supplies, and ensure the scholars' safe passage. As they left the gates of Baghdad at dawn, the air was thick with hope. Yahya recited verses of thanks, pledging that this venture would strengthen his school, free slaves, and lift the poor. But deep in the desert, where the Great Caravan Road meets the foothills of the Hindu Kush, their journey took a dark turn. One moonless night, they realized their water skins, supplied by a trader in a remote outpost, were dangerously low. A camel died of exhaustion. The men saw shadowy figures moving across the dunes. Safwan, ever vigilant, swore to keep watch. But the next morning, a camel driver named Mansour discovered tracks. A small raiding party had struck in the night, stealing silver coins and valuable silk rolls. The caravan was armed, but not strong enough for a full-scale battle. Yahya, however, was resolute. He insisted they continue, reminding them of their higher purpose. We carry knowledge, we carry faith, and we carry hope. Days later, disaster struck. A sandstorm, the likes of which had never been seen in the region, descended upon them. The swirling dust and crushing wind scattered the camels and damaged supplies, forcing them off the main trade route. They found refuge in an oasis at the very edge of the Abbasid Empire, in lands ruled by nomadic chiefs who had no loyalty to Baghdad. Here, their real test began. The nomads demanded a heavy tribute, or the caravan would be forced to turn back. Safwan, a skilled negotiator, offered a portion of their silk and pearls. The nomads accepted. But the next morning, Yahya awoke to a devastating discovery. Safwan and 3 of his best guards were gone. With only 30 men left, panic set in. Some wanted to retreat to Baghdad, but Yahya's resolve was unbreakable. For the madrasa, for the knowledge, for those who depend on us, he declared. They pushed on, lighter in cargo and men, but heavy with fear. Night after night, they felt the chilling sensation of being followed. Then, at dawn, they found their path blocked. A mountain pass lay ahead, with sheer cliffs on one side, open desert on the other, and a party of raiders waiting for them. A desperate fight ensued. The remaining guards fought with incredible bravery, sacrificing themselves so that Yahya and the other scholars could escape. In the chaos, silk rolls were dropped and pearls were hidden. The caravan scattered. Yahya and a handful of survivors eventually reached a remote fortress. They sent word back to Baghdad that the caravan had failed. But back home, the story was changed. To avoid dishonor and protect the school's funding, the patrons declared the mission a success, claiming it was unable to return due to forces beyond control. Years passed. The madrasa was built, and the story of the lost caravan became a legend. But the true sacrifice remained a secret. The guards who died so knowledge could travel. The pearls sold quietly to fund the school. Silk smuggled across borders so that students could learn. The caravan that never returned had, in fact, delivered its most precious cargo, not silk or pearls, but a legacy of faith and devotion. So what can we learn from this incredible tale? That sometimes the greatest journeys don't end at the destination. It shows us how commerce and faith were deeply intertwined. This merchant scholar and his guards risked everything so that a civilization could flourish. In the Abbasid world, trade wasn't just about profit. It was about exporting culture, education, and spirit. And it teaches us that when adversity strikes storms, theft, betrayal, our true purpose can shine brighter than gold. In the end, the caravan may never have returned to Baghdad, but its impact reached further than any camel could carry. The guards who fell, the camels that perished, the silks that were scattered all became part of a story that reminds us that true sacrifice often goes unseen, but its rewards echo through generations. If this story moved you, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. Share it with your friends, and let me know in the comments. What would you have done if you were Yahya on that desert sand? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next story of faith, history, and hope.